Good evening, everybody. Is it that time again? Saturday night, it's time for another ROM Hack Race. It's good to see everybody. How are you? How's it going? What's up? It's ROM Hack Race's 230th race tonight. We've got a level from a brand new maker. Everybody give a big warm welcome to Scags. You might remember them. You might have played Flash World. It was released last year, and they are our maker tonight. They have got a level for us called Penny Collector 2. And so, you know, check your change drawer. Maybe there's some rare stuff in there that could make you a penny millionaire. That's what we're hoping for tonight. If you are new and you don't know what in the world's going on here, this is ROM Hack Races. Every single Saturday night, we have a freshly made Super Mario World Kaizo level that no one has ever seen before, except for the maker, of course, and the testers who checked it out ahead of time. The racers, on the other hand, have no idea what they're about to do. They just are going to have to use their improvisation, their wits, and their skill, and they're going to have to sight read the level to get to the end. Not to be distinct from like a speedrunning challenge where the players have already seen what they're doing ahead of time, they had a chance to practice their strats. This is jump in and see who gets it. But they have a little bit of information to work with because the testers have provided some ratings. We give ratings every week, and this week's level, 5 out of 10 for complexity of the obstacles, 5 out of 10 for braininess, how hard it is to figure it out, 4 out of 10 for length, and 2 sections in the level. And that's what they get to know ahead of time. That's what you get to know ahead of time. Overall, this level's a 5 out of 10, and it was tested by Solve for X, Kerr, Walking Eye, Mithrillionaire, Fen, who is also helping us run the restream tonight. Thanks for that. RB Pimlico also did some testing, and me, Glitchcat. I also tested this one. I think we're in for a fun time. You know, I know what we're about to play here, and it's going to be a lot of fun. If you're not familiar with how these races kind of go, something to pay attention to is the dynamic between consistency and one-shots. That is what makes or breaks a race, and that's why we'll say that no lead is safe. Technically, the player who has seen the most of the level is in the lead. They have the most amount of knowledge about what is going to come up and what they're going to have to deal with. But are they going to be consistent at the obstacles that they've already learned? If they're stuck on obstacle number 5, are they just never going to fail at 1, 2, 3, and 4? Or are they not going to be as consistent and someone else is going to come along and one-shot the next obstacle, giving them the lead? So, you know, even if you've been the farthest, you might not actually come out on top. And I think tonight's level for its ratings is going to be maybe a faster one. It's anybody's game tonight. And we got 4 great racers to start, plus 17 waiting and hanging out. So out of 17 total, I'm going to read you off all their names here. We got Andre DK, we got B2DE, we got CJ, we got Endless Ascent, First Name Buddy, we got Germ Dove, we got Halcyon, we got Eek Fanil, we got Jank Pickle, Lifa, Nathan MG, Proto Pizza, Revelug, Roke Games, Ceocadelic, You Fail Me, and Zaplex. And we're all just going for it. But the scouts will be rotating folks in as they make progress. So hopefully you'll get to see everybody's clears. If we fit all 16 streams on the restream, it'd be too tiny. You wouldn't be able to see anything. Why the different banner on the Discord announcement? Well, so we try to have the races locked up and sent over to the bot that automates the posting. We try to have that ready to go by 2, and normally someone else, Doc or someone else, makes the little graphic that gets posted along with it. But I'm sitting around at about 2 o'clock and I'm like, really should get this level posted and make the announcement and everything. No one seems to be around to make this little graphic, so I just whipped up one in a big hurry. Jank Pickle's previous level worked great because it has the exact same ratings as this level. So I was just like, oh, that's perfect. So I, you know, just trying to make you laugh. The regular good-looking announcements will resume, I promise. But we are ready to go here. Let's go. It's week 230. Penny Collector 2 from Scags. Let's go. We got B2, Halcyon, Jank Pickle, and You Fail Me here on the restream ready to start. More waiting in the wings, so don't get too comfy here. So we are going to need 30 coins to get through here. This is a vanilla property that you'll see in a little bit, but the racers have been informed that they need to collect, well, they need 30 coins, but the message box has told them that they need 26 coins. It is a, well, we'll get there when we get there. They need to collect coins. Bottom line, we need coins. You fail me on the lower right, already reading this level very quickly. This shouldn't be too much of a challenge to figure out what to do. These racers are kind of learning how to move and time their landings and their jumps in such a way. First things first, we got to do, I love this trick personally, a little double jump off that gray falling platform. If you jump right at the beginning, if you jump fast enough, you can land back on the platform and jump again. We're looking at a 5 out of 10 overall tonight, and 2 sections, one of which You Fail Me here, already moving. You Fail Me in the lower right, making big moves. They know what they want to do, and they know how to do it. So we got some coins in the box. We got the Sprite coin that's hanging out up there. We got the Extendo platform, that yellow block platform that's moving. There are 2 kinds. There's one that extends horizontally and one that extends horizontally and vertically, which is what's being used here. I like the utility. First you land on the Extendo platform horizontally, then you land on it vertically, then you land on it horizontally again. So just kind of a nice way to kind of keep the player in that one spot for a little while. B2, DE, yo, upper left-hand corner making some moves. Currently, You Fail Me right now, though, in the lead. They have seen the most. But this is a kind of an interesting level in that there's more stipulations than simply just moving and staying alive. It would be easy enough to just surf on the saw through this obstacle, but you have to collect the coins. And that's I think a really cool way to provide a little extra pressure and difficulty on the jumps without actually making the punishment for failure be instant death, right? Normally in a Kaizo, if you fail, you just die, go back to the beginning, you're done, that's it. But at least in this level, the players can move ahead a little bit, they can try to find some stuff out. Here goes Halcyon in the upper right. Yeah, look at this, Halcyon, they knew they missed a coin, but they kept going a little bit just to see what's coming up next. Knowledge is very, very important here, and maybe if you've just seen the obstacle, you'll be able to clear it next time you get there. Yo, AD Dad, thank you so much for the sub. We really appreciate that. Everybody's subs go right back into the ROM Hack Races community, so we can keep bringing you these fine races. And yo, this gameplay from, ooh, look out, B2. It's all tied up. We got 3-way tie now. B2, Halcyon, and You Fail Me. Here we go in the lower right. Now this is a kind of a trick. When I was testing this, I got a little brained on this obstacle. We're getting to the rope. There is a moving rope, and it moves along that black line. You can obviously hang on to the end of the rope because Mario has fantastic grip strength. But while we're riding on the rope, we're gonna have to hit a couple of coin blocks and grab some coins out of it. There's a couple of ways to do that, but we'll see which way the racers use. B2, look out! Ooh! And that's knowledge. B2 in the upper left has more knowledge than everybody else now because B2 knows what's in that box at the end of the rope platform, and I don't think anyone else has learned that yet. Yeah, that is true. Osu, yeah, thanks for that answer. That is true. If you do notice someone spin jumping off a rope, they've done a frame-perfect jump. If you spin the frame you get on the rope, you'll spin jump off of it. In fact, some task hacks and like RTA pit kind of stuff make use of that trick to get you to stuff. In fact, I actually hit a secret in Search for Salmon with that trick all the way back when. Yo, hold the phone here, Revelug in the lower left, making some big moves, and they are also getting to the end of that rope section. So, chance for some progress here. Oh, there we go, Halcyon. Also finding out what is in that block, but B2 knows it. This part is actually kind of cool with the rope. Something to point out is that climbing. If you're on the rope, you can climb up and down. However, that's kind of slow. And you'll see that in a lot of levels kind of like this, in maybe an Ultra Star or something where you are moving on a rope, is that sometimes the fastest way to get to the bottom, here goes You Fail Me. Oh, You Fail Me though, trying for it. Lower right hand corner, keep your eyes open. But sometimes when you're on a rope section like this, the fastest way to get to the bottom of the rope isn't to climb. It's actually to jump off of the rope. and then just land back in the bottom, because you fall more quickly than you climb vertically. And so I'm watching to see how quickly the racers are going to start maybe using this idea. There's Revelug in the lower left making great use of that fall, and they are up and over with 26 coins. Revelug in the lower left, they have a chance here. Now they've got Yoshi. What you gonna do? Do you know the trick? They do. Oh boy, yo, Revelug, here we go. H. Not too far behind though, Halcyon in the upper right, and that's a checkpoint. First one for Revelug right now, currently in the lead in the lower left. So what is that block that they hit? That is the game manual calls it a star block. Here goes You Fail Me. Look out, lower right hand corner. We're getting some pressure now. You Fail Me watching for their checkpoint. Now they're hitting that star block. That is a vanilla property. That's a block from the vanilla game. If you have collected 30 coins by the time you hit that star block, it will be a 1-up. If you haven't collected 30 coins, it will be another coin. And you very rarely see that block used in Kaizo, but it's really a cool thing, because what it does is it provides the gate, right? The 1-up mushroom feeds the baby Yoshi, and without jumping off the Yoshi, you just can't get through. So you have to have collected the coins in order to make the 1-up. Yep, it's because of that star block. That is the reason. Halcyon, look out. So we're going to see it again, right? Halcyon's got 30 coins, and if you got 30 coins, try it in the vanilla game, and you'll see it actually does work that way. You'll get a 1-up instead of an extra coin. It's kind of a weird thing from the vanilla game, right? Like, even the vanilla game doesn't use it that much. It is. Yoshi's Island 3 is the first level with that in there. It's at the end. So we got Halcyon here. We got Revelug and You Fail Me. I would say there is no clear leader right now. Everybody kind of getting to this Goomba section. Revelug got here first, but You Fail Me making waves right now. Getting this baby Yoshi. Now the baby Yoshi can be used as a weapon. You can throw baby Yoshi into blocks and things. And you can also feed baby Yoshi items and enemies. And yep, Revelug kind of learning what they're going to need to do. But is it going to be Germdove? Oh no, Germdove. Oh, they're not soft locked, but Germdove, you know, while you're hanging out in softlock Mario jail, Germdove, please take these extra 20 cool points, and you know, you get one phone call. Make it count. Halcyon, Revelug, You Fail Me, and yo, Germdove trying to keep up here. You know, you get a little greedy, you gotta go to Mario jail. Mario is not above the law. Stop right there, criminal scum! Yo, look out, Halcyon in the upper right. Oh, so we gotta feed that baby Yoshi. Now these players are pretty experienced, and they will already know this. But in case you're curious, baby Yoshi will grow up into grown-up Yoshi after eating 5 sprites, and that can be a surprising amount of things. Shells, naked Koopas, Goombas, mushrooms. You know, baby Yoshi's not picky. They eat their vegetables. And so we're trying to also feed baby Yoshi sprites, but here's the cool thing, is that baby Yoshi eating an object also counts as a coin. Why the developers saw fit to do that? I don't know. It gets you extra lives, I guess. But Yoshi eating berries or baby Yoshi eating sprites will also just give you a coin for your coin count. No money is changing hands in this transaction. Imagine if you got a penny every time you ate a sandwich. Like, really? That'd be rad. If I had a nickel for every time I said that, I'd be making money in a very strange way. You Fail Me. Aha. Good thought, though. They let baby Yoshi grow up on the ground after eating that 5th sprite. However, spikes are deadly to Yoshi, and so we cannot stand on the spikes with him. Revelug, lower left-hand corner, going for it with the jump. So he's got the mid-air Yoshi mount, and Revelug, ooh, on a sight read now. Oh, very smart. Whoa. Hey, I like this. Revelug managing to do that little crouch and get under there so maybe they can see a little bit more of what's coming up in the level. Yep, that pause strat. Yep, they're thinking about it. So that's big, and I would think that would actually kind of put Revelug in, you could say, the lead right now, because they've seen the most of the area, and they presumably have figured out what to do already. If you're good, you can look at a situation and kind of play the game in your mind and figure out what you'll have to do when you get there again. It is anybody's race right now. ROM Hack Races, week 230. Penny Collector 2 from Scags. Me and you and Mario 2. Ratings tonight were 5 out of 10 overall. 5 out of 10 overall for the level. Complexity 5, Brain 5, Length 4, and 2 sections. Yeah, the Koopaling dupe. So watch for this, because Baby Yoshi's mouth can produce a little bit of shenanigans here. How to explain this? Revelug, hang on, we might not even need to explain it. Revelug, going for it. Oh, they know what to do. Yeah, look at that. Just from seeing that obstacle, Revelug's like, okay, I know what to do here. They've got to bail off of Yoshi, and when you're riding Big Yoshi, and you bail, you press the A button and kick yourself off and get that double jump. Big Yoshi will inherit some of Mario's momentum. And so when you bail off Yoshi, he doesn't just fall straight. He'll actually curve, or not curve really, but fall at an angle and have some of that rightward momentum. So there goes Revelug. See, bailing off the Yoshi and then pushing that Yoshi through the barrier with the right momentum. And here we go. Wow, smart play. Oh my gosh, Revelug taking no chances here. And that's going to be GG. Good job. There's Germdove in the door for the second section. And Revelug running away with it tonight. Well played. Good job. You know, You Found Me coming in really close. They were making some really big moves in the second section. But Revelug, I think what helped them out was pausing and looking at that. They got a chance to see what you had to do, and so next time they got there, no problem, GG. We're looking for the podium, though, so hang out here. We got Jank Pickle, we got You Found Me, Halcyon, and Germdove. I'm glad everybody's liking the level. Yo, please don't forget to drop a follow and come back and hang out Saturday night. Every Saturday night at 8, we have a fresh level and another race every week. You can also check out romhackraces.com to download this patch or download any of the other patches for any other levels that we've played if you want to try them, or having fun, just practicing or whatever. The races are open to the public, and anybody that wants to can come out and give it a shot anytime. We have a Discord too. That's the invite is on the website, and yep. Is that yo? That is nicely done. That's back to back. Wow, alright, so that's pretty cool. So Revelug now making a run at the ROM Hack Races all-time record. I believe that still stands at 6 in a row from Nexus all the way back when. I think the last time we had I think Louis, was it Louis? It might have been Louis or Halcyon. Someone had a run at it a while ago. At the all-time record. Not to downplay though, 2 in a row is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Good job. Good job, Revelug. Oh, there it is, yo, Halcyon. Oh, wow. So let's explain that trick for a second, because that's a kind of a fun, silly thing. You can even do it in the vanilla game. Baby Yoshi needs 5 items, 5 sprites to grow up. And if Baby Yoshi is eating a 6th sprite, at the moment he grows up, the sprite will kind of stop existing and become harmless. It just sort of like doesn't exist anymore. It's weird, but it just doesn't exist. Like, Baby Yoshi will be eating a Koopa and then grow up and then kind of not eat the Koopa. So you never finished eating the Koopa. And I think that's actually what Halcyon is trying to do there. They're like trying to set that up in that way. But the thing is that you actually can't interact with a sprite that you've done that to. If Yoshi couldn't eat something and then grew up, that sprite like visually still exists, but won't interact with Mario or Yoshi or anything. It's just like part of the background at that point. And so Halcyon's method is actually not going to work like at all, unfortunately. Okay, yeah, to double check. Yeah, Louis with 5. Right, yeah. So that was the last time somebody made a run at the record. I believe you know, Dr. No is the one that knows all the stats. And me, I only know some stats. I believe the ROM Hack Race all-time record for weeks 1 in a row is 6. Which is maybe held by Nexus. If Louis also got a 6, then I guess that would be a tie. Then Louis and Nexus share the record at 6. You fail me in the lower right, though. Looking for that red coin. Ah, can't get on Yoshi. I'm worried, you know, Halcyon having a little bit of a rough thing here. I think they're trying to kind of rethink what they are doing, because the strat that they're using is actually not going to get through. There's an interesting trick here too going on that you might not have noticed. The Goomba. When that Goomba, you get to that Goomba part, the Goomba is kind of jumping up and down, and there's a block that is right below the question block there. That's a block that Mario can move through, but sprites cannot move through. And the idea there is that you can't throw the baby Yoshi or the Goomba up to get that coin block. Instead, what you want to do is hit it with Mario's head. And the only way to get a jump high enough is to jump off the Goomba before it walks off the edge. I was watching you fail me there, almost making it to the end, and yeah, it looks like Halcyon has understood the strat now, kind of rethought the circumstance. I like that trick of scooping. You're kind of scooping up the enemy with Yoshi as you're jumping off that platform. And now there's you fail me in the door, but my friend, they missed a coin. I was worried about that. You fail me, yeah, has not collected the required 26 coins to get through. And they're gonna have to figure out, yeah, there it is. You fail me in the lower right. They are on a tear now, and they are gonna get this soon. Watch out. We're looking for a second place on the podium tonight. This is a sight read race. The racers have never seen the level before right now, so they've only been playing for 18 minutes or so. Is it gonna be Jank Pickle in the lower left-hand corner? No! You know, we've thought about that. We've kicked around that idea, Revelug. Back in the day, in the old time, ancient days of 2016 Mario Maker 1, the community had races that were kind of similar to this. We'd have a new, you know, Friday, it was the Friday easy level and the Saturday hard level races. And there was a tournament that went on that was a sight read tournament similar to this. It was called Kaizo Wars. There were 2 or 3 of them. I won the second one, by the way. But in that, yeah, that's how that worked. Kaizo Wars would give you a super tough level, but let you see the entire clear video like 5 minutes before you played it. So then you watch the clear video, and then you have to just do all the stuff you just saw. And I've always thought maybe we could adapt that formula for some kind of a hard level type thing. We've never had a 9 or a 10 out of 10. I think our ranking has only gone up to 8. And I'm all for it. However, I also like the idea that ROM hack races can be accessible for a lot of people. You fail me trying to access that door. The ROM hack races can be accessible for a lot of different people, and I think as an event organizer, there's Halcyon in the upper right. Ooh, I'm a little hesitant to do a very, very difficult level, because that would mean that there's certain people that just would not be able or want to participate. And we have the hard levels on ROM hack races sometimes, but I also like when we have a more chill level like this, because it allows people to have access. And one of the founding principles, I was there when Carl and I founded ROM hack races all those years ago. One of the absolutely founding principles was that Jank Pickle in the lower left is about to maybe get the win. And the other founding principle was that we want to have an access point. We want there to be a way for people to go from, I'm interested in this Kaizo thing, to, I understand how to play, I've got some experience. You know, we want that to be available for people. And so, super tough level would be cool, and I'm for it. But it would run a little bit counter to that if we did that too much. So, my thought for hard level race has always been, make it a special event. Don't worry about, make it a special Sunday event, make it a special Friday event, or something like that, and don't interrupt the regular schedule of races. We still have our normal race, but for the brave and daring, you can come by for our special event, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10 level, where we just don't pull any punches. I think that'd be awesome, but hasn't been a thing yet. However, with more person power behind the scenes, you feel me? Gotta get that coin. With more person power behind the scenes and more restreamers that are trained, more volunteers, that could be a thing that we could do. I would love to have some more special events this year, going forward for the spring, summer, maybe later in the fall time. So if that sounds like you and maybe you'd like to help out, go over to the website. We got volunteer sign up sheets over on the website. Because I'll make the level. You want to do a hard level race? I'll make it, man. I'll make it for us. We'll do a collab. We'll get like all the hard level makers. Let's do that. Let's get like all the like notorious level makers and have us all collab, and we'll just make one enormous thing. We'll just get like me, Anon, Noiso, we'll call Panga, see what he's doing. Here goes, you fail me. Oh no! Ah, you fail me is like, just like that one at the counter. That's just like, I'm a little shortchanged. Like, man, you fail me's taking all the give a penny, leave a pennies. Yeah, Germdove trying to go for that Koopa duplication strat, but it's not going to work. And there's one thing I think, like, okay, let me put it this way. I routinely fail cleverness checks. I am not even close to the cleverest Kaizo player that you could think of. Not even close. You fail me though might be looking pretty clever if they can get in the door, lower right hand corner. Oh no, homie. Ah, jeez. See, the thing is, Yoshi eating something counts as a coin, and there's a Goomba. There's a Goomba in the block there. Oh yeah, no, you're right. Yeah. Trying to dupe the star block. Well, see, that's the thing, that's also not going to work, because block duplication is patched out on the ROM hack race's base ROM, which I guess I don't really want to blame anybody for not knowing, but it is like a common knowledge thing. And yo, you fail me. Can you do that? Okay, that's interesting. I didn't know that. So yeah, normal block duplication. I did not even know that. I hadn't seen that when it happened. My bad. Yeah. So you could do the head. So normally a block duplication would be done by throwing an object up while it overlaps a block. But in this case, you're throwing an object up which hits the bottom of the block at the same moment that Mario's head does, and thus results in a double hit on the block. I didn't realize you could do that on the base ROM. That's fascinating. You fail me. Hey, look at that. Who's that in there? Oh, they got it. Oh my gosh, the swag. Yes, do some push-ups, Mario. What? Speechless. I'm speechless. Why did... why? But why though? But why though? The only possible reason I could think of was that they thought they were avoiding a Kaizo block, but there's just not one there. It just doesn't exist. Oh my gosh, is this gonna give it to... oh my word. Well, this might shake up the rankings a little bit. I guess you feel me, just wants to keep playing. It's clear why, not to me. Are they trying to do it without duplicating the block? They did it with the cheese, and now they are going to do it without the cheese. Well, that might give Jank Pickle an opportunity here. Oh my gosh. Oh wow. Oh. And that yeah, well, there it is for you. Jank Pickle taking the second place. You fail me decided not. Guess they didn't want that second place this week. Ah, there it is. Wow, I can't believe that changed the rankings. Revelug first, Jank Pickle number 2, and You Fail Me a strong third with the swaggiest clear, with the most swag of any of them. I get to give You Fail Me that 100 extra swag points just for being such a heckin' gamer about it. But wow, that did change the rankings. So you know, You Fail Me with the duplication, the block dupe, the moral victory, and Jank Pickle with the actual victory. And here goes Halcyon. They've got their 30 coins. There it is. What happened? Did they I'm just kind of curious. Did they decide to go back and clear the level without the cheese, or were they avoiding a Kaizo block? I'm so curious. Halcyon, GG, and now we got Germ Dove, we got Roke Games, we got Nathan MG, B2DE81, all friends, all gaming, all of them on the second section. Oh, I see. He went back and cleared it with the cheese. Gotcha. Okay, so they wanted the cheese clear, and they were not satisfied to not get the cheese clear. Hey, that's cool, you know? That's cool. No shame in that. It's not all about the race, and I honestly appreciate You Feel Me showing that off for us tonight. You know, it's not all about the race, man. We're here to support everybody, see what everybody does in the level, and just have some fun, you know? That is actually a first, I believe, in ROM Hack Race's history. I have never ever seen anyone toss away a clear, let alone a podium clear, just because of how they wanted to play the level. I respect it. I've gotta respect it, but I have never seen that before. Oh, Nathan, yeah, they see what went on. So we are getting close here. We scheduled about 2 hours for these. We're about 30 minutes in right now. I hope y'all are having a really fun time. Thanks for being a part of ROM Hack Races every Saturday. It's one of my favorite parts of the week, and I hope it can be one of yours. Nathan, didn't get that Yoshi. The reason Yoshi didn't go through there for Nathan was they didn't have quite enough momentum. They gotta really have a lot of rightward momentum and have Yoshi above the floor so that Yoshi has time in the air to move diagonally. Want to shout out again, freaking, you're hearing my silly voice, but there are a lot of cool people who help out behind the scenes here at ROM Hack Races, and I'd really like to shout out to Fen tonight for running the restream and for doing so much. Thank you so much. New admin, thank you, Fen, for all you do. Restreaming, making everything look all great and shiny and nice. This level, of course, was tested. Solved for X, Kerr, Walking Eye, Mithrillionaire, RB Pimlico, and Fen. Oh yeah, and I was there too, testing this level out. But really, this was just great. This was a good one on arrival. Scags did a really good job with this tonight. Go play Flash World and go check out their other work, because this was just a good level, man. They just dropped this on and we played it and we're like, oh, this is awesome. Let's go. So this one didn't really need a lot of cleanup, you know. Oh, B2. We got Germ Dove, we got Roke Games, we got Nathan MG, B2, me and you, and everybody. Hey, aw, there's a clear for Nathan, nice job. Excuse me, I wanted to shout that out right away. Good job, Nathan. Sorry, I had to pick up the fuzziest co-commentator in the world. Mallow the cat joins me in the commentator booth, aka my desk. Mallow the cat is here to give his thoughts on the race. Mallow, what do you think about these goings on? Well spoken, Mallow. But good job, Nathan. Always a strong racer. Well played. We got Endless Ascent here. We got Germ Dove. We got Roke Games. We got B2 DE81. Oh, we got B2 DE. Wow, nice clear. Nicely done. Wow, they planted that Yoshi right on the edge of the wall, and with some good positioning and a really well-timed jump, they were able to secure the win. That was a good play. Good job, B2. It's Endless, Ceocadelic, Roke Games, and Germ Dove hanging out now. Yo, Nathan, too, thanks for the raid. Appreciate that. Yo, oh, you had to restart. Bummer. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. But yeah, good job. If you want to check the leaderboard, I think exclamation leaderboard, that command will still work. We're all just hanging out. It's ROM Hack Races week 230. Roke, oh, look out, Roke Games, no! Oh, no, I was concerned that might happen to someone. Oh, jeez. Roke Games, they had it. They got in the door, but they had the proper amount of coins, but they hit the star block before Yoshi was able to eat the rest of the coins, so it produced a coin instead of a 1-up. Ah, that's unfortunate. Yeah, you gotta take a minute of patience there, because Yoshi eats 4 berries on the way down, and that no, I think he hit the block too soon. That's what it looked like to me. He hit the block too soon and didn't get the 1-up at all, because if you have less than 30 coins when you hit it, it will just be a coin. Roke, though. Roke Games here moving. Wow, they are moving quick. Man, I love this, though. They have got this. You can just tell. They've got the strats down. And they are just moving now. I think we're going to see a pretty fast clear. Roke looking for it in the upper right. And of course, the internet's #1 fuzziest commentator, Mallow the cat, also here. Just want everyone to know, Mallow the cat is here, hanging out. He really could use some attention, and we've got that for him, huh? Because he's a good cat. I want you all to know, just because I can say whatever I want right now, and you'll listen. Mallow the cat is a good cat. He's a good buddy, and we love him. How are you all doing tonight? Speaking of cool friends, how are you all feeling? It's Saturday night. I hope you're having a good time. B2, thank you for the raid. Oh yeah, let's go. Roke Games, back in there. Ah, yes, with the patience. The patience. Very good. And that patience is going to pay off with a big clear. Nicely done. GG. Also, did you notice that Roke jumped for that H in such a way to avoid a potential Kaizo block? I noticed that. Notice they stayed to the very extreme left of that gap, even though they didn't have to. That's the Kaizo block avoidance, for sure. Can't help but be suspicious of a big open gap like that. Yo, Zaplex, almost getting in that door. First section, Zaplex, Germdove, Endless Ascent, and Psychedelic right now. Currently in the lead, it's Germdove in the upper left. Second section. Oh, but there's Endless Ascent. Oh no! Oh no! Oh, geez. Endless Ascent just setting the Yoshi down and looking off the cliff, looking together, just staring, you know. One little plumber doing his best out there, staring into oblivion. No, look, oh, you can really feel that moment. Oh. $20 could buy many peanuts. Germdove, upper left-hand corner. Oh, they're looking good. Ah! Two eggs. Yeah, say if you like this level, check out Flash World. The Scags hack released last year. This is apparently a sequel to a level that was in Flash World called Penny Collector. Oh no, Germdove. Oh geez, look, oh man, they're just standing there. Yeah, that little crouch. Now they could, oh my gosh, they could cheese this. If they really are thinking, oh no, they're trying the kind of dupe that isn't gonna work. Oh no, this type of block dupe is patched out on the base ROM. Oh geez, Germdove is really gonna have to dig deep if they got the tech knowledge. Nice try though, that was a good attempt. So Germdove with the knowledge, they've got the knowledge, they got the strats. They just have to get in there. Yeah, that type of dupe is patched on the base ROM. You'd think, right? $1 worth of change would fix this whole level. You only need like 30 cents. Like, come on, man. Man, I just need like a penny, man. Come on. So, yo, this level is pretty self-explanatory, I think, but if you have any questions about SMW, Kaizo, or anything, feel free to ask. If not, that's cool, but just open invite so y'all know that's fine to do. I hope you're having a really nice night wherever you're at, however you're doing. It's Saturday, so I hope that means a chance to relax for most folks. Yo, let's say hey to Andre, DK7 in the lower right here. How y'all doing? You know, we got about 40 minutes in. Hanging out. There's only so much commentary I can do on exactly the same obstacles, but if you have questions or you want to learn a little bit if you got here late or whatever, that is always cool to do. Feel free to just shout out. That is fine. I hope you all are having a lovely night. What's on your mind? How are you feeling? What are your thoughts on the level? It is a classy song. It's good for a nighttime scene like this, isn't it? Hey, Zaplex. All right, now here's your chance. Don't blow it. All right, one more. H. Yo, Zaplex, good job, GG. And they're moving on to the second section along with Germdove. Yes, you can go right on romhackraces.com, or you can jump on the Discord, and there's a How to Race channel in there. Teach you everything you need to know. Not much. It's really not that bad to do. Just a couple of things that help us out behind the scenes. Sign up and use the overlay. That's so we don't have to resize streams. That way everybody's stream the gameplay is the same and it fits in the overlay, so we can just slap it in real quick. Really, the signups are just to let us know, hey, I'm streaming and would like to be a part of the restream. You know what I mean? Like, you're welcome to just race along. You're welcome to do whatever you want. But yeah, Discord is fine for that. And yeah, that's Fen's got the answer. Why are munchers so popular in ROM hacks? It's because of exactly that. They are a one-tile block that damages or kills Mario, and there's nothing else like that except for castle spikes. Except you can't have castle spikes everywhere. You have oh, Germdove, let's go. Hold up, Germdove here, trying for the win. Yeah, they got it this time. And we're good. GG. GG Ermdove. But yeah, that's why munchers are popular, is because normally you'd have to block Mario with a sprite of some kind, and that takes up sprite limits, or you'd have to use a castle spike, either with castle graphics or the wrong graphics, and so there's no other one tile. Munchers are available in every tile set, in every level. You can always have munchers. It's just the game recognizes them to just exist globally. So they're a one tile dangerous. They're a dangerous one tile that is globally usable. So they've just kind of become the de facto thing. It's interesting because munchers hardly ever show up in the original game. In fact, I'm actually really surprised. It's weird in general that munchers do exist in every tile set for some reason in Mario World, because I can think of one level where they exist, and there's so few levels where they actually exist. Fewer levels than you'd think would warrant using them as a global tile, but yet they do. Also, interestingly enough, Munchers are a block and not a sprite, so you can have a lot of them, and they don't take up resources that would otherwise be used. You can't fill a whole screen up with sprites in Mario World. It will eventually lag, but you could fill it up with Munchers no problem because they're just an animated block. Honestly, they're exactly the same as a question block. You know how the question mark kind of spins around? It's just a block that's animated in that same way. Yo, Proto Pizza, upper left-hand corner, making good reads, looking for the end of the first section. I hope you're all feeling as comfy as my cat Mallow is right now. Who could ever aspire to such a level of cat comfort? But we can try, can't we? You might even be able to hear him purring in the mic. He's very loud. Doing those loud purrs. We got Proto Pizza, we got Zaplex, we got Endless Ascent, and we got Lifa coming in here on the lower right-hand corner. Yo, what's up, Lifa? Working on the second section right now. Very cool. So it's Lifa, Zaplex, and yeah, Lifa and Zaplex right now, and Endless Ascent. Working on the second section, going for the win. Yo, you fail me. Great race, friend. Great race. You really like that level apparently. Doing it twice just for swag, huh? I love this little cat, but he's just like a fuzzy blanket that is just like on me now. And it's like kind of hot in here, and I'm just like, man, gotta let this cat just lay on me. I'm sorry that you can't see or pet the cat, but just please know that the cat is here, and he's very happy. No, it was fine. No shade on that. I've never seen that before. I've never seen someone just toss a victory like that. It shook up the standings. That's the thing. That doing so cost you second place. It's not all about the race. I know, but I was just like, well, you know, maybe it'll shake up the standings. Oh, Louis forgot to sign up. Oh, well then. That'll do it. Yo, thanks for the follows tonight. I appreciate that. We do these races every Saturday night at 8 p.m. EST. So feel free to drop by and see next week's race when we have it. You can catch a brand new ROM Hack race every Saturday night right here. Right here on ROM Hack Races with me and Mallow the cat. While we're at it, too, go and follow the racers. There's a lot of great people streaming Kaizo in the Mario World directory on Twitch, and I'm sure you're a click or two away from finding a great stream and a really great streamer. Lots of people trying to get their names out there a little bit, going on ROM Hack races and showing off their skills. So I think that should be rewarded. Drop a follow and make a new friend in the community. Oh, hey, clever. That's really clever. Proto Pizza. Yeah, very cool. Proto Pizza knew that they didn't have the proper number of coins. They knew they had messed something up. But what they did was, they just kept going anyway. They just went to the end because I think they wanted to practice the green shell jump trick that's at the end of this section. And so, yeah, when they got there, they got that trick, but then they just immediately went into the spike because they knew they weren't going to make it. That's clever, though. Like, that can't, it costs you time in a race situation, but you get knowledge, you get information. It's valuable in a level like this where you kind of have to do the hardest trick at the end. And that's something I think that's I really like this whole coin collecting idea, because it gives you an amount of leniency where, or this is similar to like a level where you have to escort something the entire time. Like, if you didn't get the proper number of coins, you can still just go and do the obstacles. Or, for example, like in an escort, if you lose the thing you're escorting, in general, you can still go and just do the rest of the obstacles. And if you're sharp about it, you can learn what's about to happen. You don't have to get all the coins, you know what I mean? You did the obstacles, and now, okay, just do it a little bit better, but get the coins this time and do the same thing. And certain Kaizo levels traditionally don't really let you do that at all, right? They don't let you have that opportunity. You die at the obstacle you died on, and then you move on. You don't get to really go forward and learn. Yeah, Proto Pizza with that really sad yatanai, as they say back in the day. A death right at the chance to make progress, right before they got in the door. Do kids still use that word? Yatanai? It's not a real word, but it's like a made-up word. Proto Pizza, yo! Wow, that was great, yo. That's the power of consistency right there. Yeah, Proto Pizza just knew. They knew the obstacles, they knew what they had to do, and they are out of here. And now it's all four on the second section and the final section. Proto versus Zaplex, Endless Ascent, and LIFO. And Mallow the cat, but he already won the level. Sorry everybody, Mallow the cat won the level, and we're very proud of him for that. I feel like he knows that I'm talking about him, so I just wanted to say nice things. You know, my cat Mallow's here. He's nice. He's licking my hand. I saw them trying that. I saw them trying that Galoomba jump for that obstacle, which is a little bit overcomplicating, but that's something that really can happen when you play. I'm guilty of that all the time, of just kind of like trying to Kaizo brain something where you know you're playing a Kaizo level, so you think that whatever the solution is, I don't know what to do here, but whatever it is, it's probably going to be some kind of tough trick. And so you can kind of Kaizo brain it and come up with this kind of tough, convoluted solution for something that isn't actually what you do. And Endless, yeah, Endless going for it now. So they're going for the Galumba jump in order to get the height, which is going to work for them. That's actually very cool. It's going to work out for them. It's just taking a little bit of time, and it's adding more difficulty. What they could do is just bounce off of the Galumba once as it's walking by when it jumps, and that would give them the height. But it's very possible to not realize things like that when you're playing, when you're in the moment. We know that because we've seen people do it. We saw streamer do it, so now I'm gonna tell other streamer how to do it, but when you're in the moment in a situation like that, it can be a lot more difficult to just like question what you're doing. And Endless may be definitely thinking right now that this is what's required. That it's easy once you find something that works and you know it's going to work and get you through. It's scary to go back and try something else. Why would I try something else? It's working, So trying to go for that Galumba jump there and make that happen. Zaplex too, also going for it. So the way this works, I didn't expect to be explaining Galumba jumps tonight, but the way it works is with certain enemies like a Galumba or a Buzzy Beetle. I think those are the two that you can do it with. You stun them. When you bop the Galumba, it is stunned and it's flipped over. Same thing for the Buzzy Beetle. You stun it and it goes in its shell. And then there's a timer, and when that timer expires, the stunned enemy will wake up. If you have a stunned Galumba and toss it up and you catch it in the air, and then you jump right as it's waking up, if you are moving down when the Galumba wakes up in the air, having caught it like that, it will just kind of be underneath Mario's feet. It looks like it's going to wake up and just destroy Mario, but for whatever reason the game says, oh, there's just a live Galumba under your feet right now. What does that mean? You bounce. And yeah, you can do that same thing with a Buzzy Beetle. The property works exactly the same way. It's just the Buzzy Beetle variant of that same jump. People often use the Galumba jumps more, I think, and I very rarely see Buzzy Beetle jumps. The downward momentum. Yeah, the downward momentum of the Galumba is like stored from the catch, I think, in a way, and it puts it underneath Mario when it wakes up. Yeah, because you're storing that slight amount of downward momentum for it. But big shoutouts to Zaplex and Endless for doing it. Like, it's a tricky move to do, and it's not as hard, it's not as easy as it looks actually. There's a couple points of timing involved, and that's why this strat is more difficult. But again, it's excuse me, it's one of those things where it is really hard to question. It's working. Like, honestly, if I were in Endless's position, I would probably be doing the same thing, because it's working. Why mess with it? It's working. I'm getting through the obstacle. I can do the next one. Don't mess with it, honestly, I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of games out there, but SMW might be one of the most uniquely, I don't even want to say broken, but there's no other word for it. It might be like one of the most uniquely broken games, just because of how absolutely malleable it can do. Lots of other games can have things that happen and it crashes the game, or it's one very specific glitch that's in one very specific context. There's a glitch on this boss where if you stand right here, you'll never get hit. And it's much more limited in the application of the glitches. And Mario World is like studying the laws of physics. Mario World is just so simultaneously broken and utterly and completely solid. Mario World is honestly like a silly putty. That's the way I describe it. You can just mold it into any shape you want. You can press it into a newspaper comic and see a reverse image of Popeye, and it still is just fine. You can rip it, you can roll it, you do whatever you want with it, because it's just kind of a liquid. And that's what Mario World is like. Mario World is the video game code equivalent of silly putty. And that's amazing, actually. And I don't know that much about code, but there are few games that I can think of which are so utterly and completely malleable under the hood, and they still work. Look at just the ridiculous stuff that we can do to Mario World. Even just having enemies that work in some other area, or having blocks that work. You put a spike in another level and it still works. Like, not every game works like that under the hood. It's the sheer malleability and stability of the game. You can do whatever you want to it and it won't crash. In general, it just says, "Oh, I guess that's just how it is." You know, that really makes me think that I have this long-standing hunch that Mario World itself was created like out of a Mario Maker. Didn't they used to say long ago that Mario Maker started life as an internal dev tool for Nintendo? Didn't we hear about that before? I remember hearing that. And I have this hunch that Super Mario World was designed with, like, just as a Mario Maker. Like they built the engine and they put the stuff in it, and then they just like kind of gave you the pieces to make some levels, and then people made levels with it. I think it was like supposed to be modular like this. Right? I don't believe for a second that Nintendo didn't have their own lunar magic, basically. You know what I mean? Like, I have to believe that. I really do. I think that Mario World was built on essentially lunar magic. Or it was like built and then designed, which is not always how games work necessarily. Well, late 80s lunar magic was called Tonkaichi Editor. It was a 4-byte substitution editor. You may have read about it in a certain Kaizo history article. What's wild is like, with Lunar Magic, even the vanilla game, the completely and totally, utterly unmodified vanilla game, you can arrange that into terrifying Kaizo levels. Takamoto's Kaizo 1, remember Upside Down Munchers? Like, remember that? How we didn't used to be able to flip Munchers around, so you just had vertically oriented Munchers that were upside down for ceiling Munchers? Remember that? Because Kaizo 1 is full of them. That is, like, interesting. Like, you can just take the vanilla game and rearrange it. You don't even need the ASM and the custom stuff that we've done. You can just do whatever you want with it. Thanks to the raid. Halcyon, what's up? What's going on? Yo, GG yourself. Good level. We're hanging out here. Proto Pizza, Zaplex, Endless Ascent, and Lifa. Hanging out. Everybody working on the second section. Working hard. Whoa, Zaplex. Clean run here, upper right-hand corner. So, man, getting that little, you gotta kick the Koopa, and then the naked Koopa is standing on the spikes, and then you stand on the gray platform. It falls, and then you kind of scoop the Koopa up with Yoshi's mouth right before you hit the spikes. It's a difficult move. Excuse me. I am fine. Once again, I hope y'all are having a really good Saturday night. Thanks for being a part of ROM Hack Races. Thanks for hanging out and watching. If you'd like to learn more, you can always go to romhackraces.com. Learn everything you want to know, make a level, sign up, volunteer, anything. Well, not anything, but most things related to ROM Hack Races. Oof. Yeah, Endless Ascent. Learning the tough way that spikes will kill Yoshi. They saved the screenshot. Yeah, Yoshi can stand on munchers, but those spikes are made from a space-age titanium alloy. Stronger than Yoshi boots. Hey, nice job. Yo, Lifa. Getting some progress. That's very smart. Nicely done. Yeah, very smart. They knew they didn't have the coins, but they went ahead anyway. Just to make sure. Endless Ascent with another try at it. Yeah, the spikes kill. Spikes kill Yabi. Can't stand on the spikes with the Yob. So Endless maybe just kind of thinking about it. That tripped me up when I played this level in testing as well. Kind of a presence of mind check, you know? This is the part though, and I mean no shade, and I don't mean to make someone a bad example or anything, but this is the part where it's really helpful to question what works, right? Zaplex and Endless are both getting through with the Goomba jump. They're doing it, but could there be an easier way? And it's really tough to suss out what those moments are all the time. But one thing that I try to do is I try to read the mind of the level designer. And what I mean by that is, like, the levels will either intentionally or unintentionally, especially, you know, race levels and stuff like that, will, like, show you their personality. Once you've played a level for a little bit, if you're on the second section, if you're a few obstacles in, you're starting to see how tight in general the level is. How tricky is it really? And if you're playing a level and you notice an obstacle that is just a lot harder than everything else around it, you get to this one part and you're like, wow, why do I have to do all this just to get this one thing? And there's something that just sticks out. Suspiciously difficult is the phrase that I use. If something is suspiciously difficult, that's your red flag. That's exactly your red flag, because maybe you're getting through. Wow, I landed this once and now I have to do this over and over again. You know, that's your red flag right there to say, maybe this isn't what you do at all. Just because you got through with it doesn't necessarily mean it's what you do. You might have found a weird cheese, or you're doing it the hard way or something. And I think that's the case here. And I'm not trying to make a bad example out of anybody, because I've done the same exact thing. I've just spent forever doing it the hard way before I realized, oh, you can just bonk it with your head. You know, so it's a mistake that every single Kaizo player will make at some point. But to use it as the example, like, this is exactly where you might want to be thinking about, is this really what I do? You know, is it really? Like, do I stand here every time and do this? Or maybe there's a simpler way. Another good thing is, yeah, I like that too, Fen. You're looking at the flow. You're figuring out what the level has established already. And if something is just seeming to go against that flow, the level has always had you moving fast, and now suddenly you have to slow down, or the level has had reasonable tricks that are easy to understand, and suddenly there's just something cryptic and weird. That, right? How do you maintain that? You're trying to read the level designer's mind and figure out what they want you to do. What are they trying to communicate here? Or sometimes, like, indication will be bad, or just not very accurate. Like, you'll see a line of coins, you'll see 2 purple coins, and what does that mean? Does it mean I throw the object? Does it mean I grab something? Does it mean I do this or that? And then it turns out that the coins mean go up or something, you know what I mean? Something that you weren't reading out of the situation. So one thing to do in times like that is something that I don't mean to be prescriptive about it, but something that I think you always ought to be doing. Look at the physical space. Excuse me. Think about what can I do? You know, there's just one thing to read. You know, on one hand, you're reading the mind of the level designer. You're figuring out what they were trying to get you to do. But you don't care about that. That's not important to you. The only value that has for you is showing you how to get through the level. What you should be focused on is not what should I do, but what can I do at all. And if you've got, let's say potentially you've got the Kaizo blinder on, and you're trying some hard strat or something, look at the situation, like look at the screen and think to yourself, maybe I could make that jump. A lot of things like look physically possible, right? So like one thing the racers might do right now is just look at the distance, right? Like see if they could cover that, right? Can you cover that distance in a jump? And just think about what you can do instead of assuming, aha, I've figured out what the maker wants me to do and now I'm just going to do it. Don't follow the script, you know, write your own, but figure out what the script is, because it's helpful to know what the script is, even if you're not going to do it. Yeah, what might I be able to do? Or even, you know, sometimes, yeah, right, I was just about to say, just try it. Just try it anyway. Well, I don't think I can do this, but I'm gonna do it anyway. And then maybe what you're trying will look more or less possible. Like, sometimes I've been in a situation where I'm just randomly pulling something, but like, it looks as though I will never be able to make that toss. That if I throw the object, I'm just not gonna hit it, no matter what. But then again, I never really tried it. And maybe when I do try it, it doesn't make the distance, but something else occurs to me. I say, oh, right, I would get it if I threw it from here and not there, right? So just try something that doesn't work. Just assume you're going to die. Just jump into a pit, you know? Just jump into a pit and see if, you know, maybe that's it. Or try to make the jump or throw the object or whatever it is. I've always said, like, you should always die playing. And what I mean by that is, if well, actually, it's kind of hard to explain, but like, what do I mean by that? Yo, ooh, Zaplex making moves. Like, you know that when you land the jump, you're then going to turn around into the left and jump again with a spin jump or something. Even if you don't make the jump, as you're falling in the pit, do those motions, you know? You go down swinging. You don't just like give up something. Don't give up a run, right? Like try and see, especially if you don't know what you're doing. If you think you're already dead, then that's a great opportunity to just make something else happen. Do exactly the wrong thing and see what occurs to you. Finding the strats can be a lot like, I don't know, like looking for pictures in clouds. Like, what does it suggest to you? Yeah, right? Like the like Mario Maker troll levels. You know, that's funny because I've always, first of all, let me say I have the utmost respect for the Mario Maker troll levels. I am not in any way, shape, or form against troll levels. I'm not. I think they have a great place. They are rad for the people that enjoy them, and they're fun to watch Carl and Juz and everybody freak out when they die 100 times. It's great. Love them. However, I've always thought it was weird how in Kaizo we get so mad about die to learn. We do not like die to learn. We don't like that you and some makers use it. It's not like a never do it, but we don't like it. We get mad about that. You know, I had to die in order to learn that I needed to bring the P-switch. I had to die in order to see where I'm gonna land at all. You know, this is just like common like do's and do not do's of Kaizo level design. And yet, in a troll level, you are always dying to learn. Troll level is like die to learn the level, where like you get somewhere and you're like, okay, do I grab the coin or do I go in the pit or do I stand still? And then you try something and then you get killed and you go, oh, I got trolled. And then you learn what you're supposed, and then you die and you go around again. I've always just felt like, what do you mean? Like, you hate die to learn in Kaizo, but you love it in troll levels? Like, I just don't. It's just like, it just makes me laugh. It's not bad. I'm not anti-troll level. They're great. But it's just like, it's like my cat, you know? Like, he doesn't want to eat the food in his bowl, but as soon as I get some of that exact same food out of the can and put it by the food in his bowl, then he wants to eat it. It's like, what's the difference, dude? It's the same thing. Like, it's just the same food. It's just this one you saw me take it out of the can. And I feel like that's like players in troll levels are like that. Like, what do you mean you don't like die to learn? You just did a whole troll level where that's all you do. What do you mean? Like, I've just always thought that was funny. I guess it is. I guess it's upfront about it. Maybe that's it. Maybe it's just upfront about it. Or maybe you know, maybe it's like, I'm thinking of like, cause I love watching like Carl and Juz, you know, play that kind of thing. I've always said that troll levels live and die by the streamer. The streamer is the one who will either make a troll level fun and enjoyable or not, which is why I have never become a troll level streamer per se, because I just get mad. I'm just like, why did you do that? I just freaking crap. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. What the heck? You know, and like, I'm not having fun. But like, you know, you watch Juz or Carl or whoever, and like, they're laughing and they're freaking out and they're having a funny, silly time with it. Like, the streamer has to be the one to make that enjoyable, and it could really go both ways. But yeah, I suppose at least troll levels are upfront about that, and it is kind of funny, like, especially with the Mario Maker 2 troll levels, how they've progressed to such a point where there's like 4 layers of fake outs in everything, and we're kind of seeing that sometimes in Kaizo. I got bopped the other night in a hack by a Kaizo block that was positioned in the spot that you would be in if you were trying to avoid the traditionally placed Kaizo block. And I thought that was really funny because it's like a double layer mind game. And I guess like Mario Maker troll levels get to that point where you're trying to outthink the maker. Like, okay, I know that I'm dead if I go there, but maybe they want me to think that, and I do actually go there because they think that I'm not gonna go there. You know what I mean? But maybe they know that I know that if I go there it will be safe. Maybe they know it's a triple fake out, you know, and you're just like trying to unravel the expectations and the mystery all the time. Like, I can see the fun in that. I can see it. It's more of a joke observation than anything, but you know, y'all love it. It's just like y'all love it when one streamer does it and then the other, you know, it's like, what the heck? You all love die to learn in a troll level, but suddenly in Kaizo it's too much and you shouldn't put a mid-air at the end of that. Yeah, right? It literally is. It's just that scene over and over again. It's just like, well, the poison can't be in your cup, but it also can't be in my cup, but it definitely isn't in your cup, but maybe you knew that, and so you put the poison in your cup, but now since I know that, I'm gonna double fake you because I know that you know that I know. Like, it just gets like, it's just outrageous. That's why I watch just, I don't play them, I just watch Carl and Juz play them. They can have all their silly stuff, and I'll just watch. Just be like, I don't know, but streamer is going to have a bad time. I watched My Dinner with Andre. Anybody ever see that? It's from like the early 80s. It's not really that great. But it's not that bad either. It's just kind of old. But the whole point is that it's a long form movie about two guys that are having a dinner conversation, and Andre is supposed to be like this weird eccentric individual artist, and his friend, who I completely forget his name, is like the normal guy, and they're like having a conversation over dinner. And it's just like the whole film just is this one conversation that they have. But it's good. But the point of it is that the friend, not Andre, but the friend is the freaking inconceivable guy. And so when I watched it, I'm just like waiting the whole time. I'm like, come on, say inconceivable. Say it, say the line. Come on, do it. I watched that entire freaking 2-hour movie and he never once said inconceivable. And I kind of felt like I played myself. You know what I mean? Yo, let's go Zaplex! Oh my word, they have got it, dude. Zaplex putting some strats together and they are making moves. Was it Wallace Shawn? Okay, yeah, then it's Wallace Shawn. Didn't know the name of the actor. I just know him as Inconceivable Guy. But yo, so if y'all like Wallace Shawn, then freaking watch My Dinner with Andre. The only reason I ever looked it up was because they joked about it on The Simpsons when Martin was playing the arcade game My Dinner with Andre. Tell me more. And that's like, well, it's like I wanted to know the Simpsons reference, so I looked up the film and I watched it. It's funny because like in the time, I know this is kind of a derailment of the conversation, but for the time that it was made, My Dinner with Andre is supposed to be an eccentric, a very out there artist guy with very far out ideas, and his normal friend Wallace Shawn, you know, is like the regular Joe. And if you watch it now, the way Andre's character hits nowadays, he is the most normal, regular, sweater wearing, gentle person that you'd meet at the grocery store. It's funny how the public perception of eccentricity has changed so much and gotten so very extreme. Andre just looks like a regular person, and I'm watching the film like, wait, which one of these two people is supposed to be the weird eccentric here? Because they both seem just like utterly regular normal people. Here goes Zaplex in the upper right looking for that clear. They've got the moves now. Not quite. That's also fair. Yeah, the skill ceiling for trolls. That's super fair. Where in a Kaizo level, we're mad about die to learn because we had to die to learn that there's a midair at the end or something. You know what I mean? And then we got to go around and do all the other stuff again just to get that midair. Whereas in a troll level, at least you're not doing freaking midairs all the time. Oh, is Wallace Shawn in BoJack Horseman? Pardon me, I'm just getting over a little head cold. I'm fine, COVID negative, and wearing my mask when I go out. I saw all of BoJack Horseman. I can't remember Wallace Shawn's cameo. That's a good one too. Y'all see BoJack Horseman? Maybe that's a little bit mature for the audience, but nah, it's what time. Yeah, y'all can hack it. I bet Yins can hack BoJack Horseman. It's heavy though, man. I did. I absolutely, yeah. BoJack definitely made me tear up a little bit. I do. Todd is wonderful. Todd is absolutely wonderful, and you know, I'll be real. This is Lifa. Hold up, Lifa in the lower right hand corner. Oh my gosh, could we get it? So close. Lifa very close to that clear. We got Lifa and Zaplex working on it now. But something I was gonna say, you know, I watched all of BoJack Horseman, and I loved it. You know, and the new season came out. I was watching those. I've seen like every episode. I saw the whole thing up till the end. You know, ending was great. Loved it all, and I feel as though Todd's character helped me understand Ace people in a way that I hadn't before. Because like when Todd, like there's that moment, I don't mean to spoil BoJack for anyone, but like there's that moment where Todd kind of comes out about being Ace, and it was like a friend was coming out to me, like me the audience, and I sat there and I was like, oh okay, yeah, okay, that makes a lot of sense. All right. And I guess it was like I had spent time with Todd, you know, as a character. Like I understood Todd as a character, and I got him as a person. And I don't know, it just really, yeah, it really helped me understand that a lot more. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for that because because no one ever explained that to me. You know what I mean? I never really had anyone just explain that in those, like I can understand it, but no one had, I don't know, I just never like heard about it from someone like that. And so I appreciate that about Todd's character. It really helped me understand Ace friends a little bit more. And big shout outs to the Ace community. Y'all are seen and valid. Thanks for hanging out for some late night BoJack Horsemaning. Still got a race, so we got Proto Pizza, we got Zaplex, Endless Ascent, and Lifa. Hanging out, second section. Working hard. This is a tough level with a lot of tough jumps here. So please, if you will, give it up in chat. Go and follow the racers. Make some noise for your favorite homies. Cheer everybody on. We're here to support everybody who comes out and races, regardless of your position on the leaderboard. Welcome here with us. I don't mean to scare anybody, but I might have written the intro for Double Dragon 2 this afternoon. I'm still working on it, but I think I've got something I kind of like. I made an interesting discovery. Yoshi Tech is the future, man. Yoshi Tech is the future. I made an interesting discovery, which is double carry. Where you're, well, I guess it wouldn't be double carry. It would just be item carry. You're riding Yoshi, but Mario is holding an item. That has a lot of item abuse potential. Oh boy. I don't know if y'all are ready for this, but you will be. I don't know if you're ready for this, but your kids will love it. Marty McFly, Back to the Future. I don't know if y'all are ready for it, but you can do ridiculous things with Yoshi item carry. For one, you can item carry a P-switch with Mario. Like, Mario is holding the P-switch, but you're riding Yoshi. And then that makes drop yumps a lot easier, because Yoshi in the air like hits a P-switch. I wonder, and I haven't done the science on it, but I wonder if Yoshi contacts a P-switch for more frames than Mario does. If there's like a 2-frame window or a 3-frame window or something. Because for whatever reason, if you're item carrying a P-switch and you drop it and try to yump off of it, it is substantially easier than doing a regular one. And so there's that. At least it is for me. I don't know. Maybe it's just the positioning. Maybe it's still a 1 frame. I don't know. But there's something about it that makes the lineup and timing a heck of a lot easier. So item carry drop yumps. You can also do the spring teleport. The where you eat a spring the same moment Yoshi contacts it. You can do that in midair. You can set up a setup where you just eat it out of midair and teleport. That's fun. And I'm also working on the trick where you do a Yoshi shell jump off a wall, and the Yoshi lands on the shell and then poofs it. But you can eat the shell as it's poofing, so you can recycle the shell. They use it everywhere in Task Hacks, and I think it's about time we use that in RTA. It just looks too magical not to use. Like, it is just a magical looking trick. And I really want to put it in. So Double Dragon 2 is probably going to have all of those things, plus a mid-air or two. Just for fun. Keep you on your toes. Man, Lifa's so close to a clear here. We're hanging out with First Name Buddy as well in the lower left, and Zaplex and Proto Pizza as well. Lifa, though, really getting close. I think Lifa and Zaplex are both just like one good run away. Whoa, look out, Proto Pizza. Oh no, could be the win. Oh, so close, but they're gonna get to learn. Yep, there's that door. So Proto Pizza now, just a little hop, skip, and a jump away. Hey, I started playing Mario World when I was 4, so you know, it's pretty good time to start. My buddy had twins, and they're gonna be old enough soon to play Nintendo. I'm gonna get them a Nintendo strategy guide. Here you go, kids. I don't have any memories in my life that are earlier than video games. I don't remember playing my first video game. I was too young to remember that. I don't really remember getting Super Nintendo for Christmas, but I know the story. Like, I know it. It's like a second-hand memory of my own, you know what I mean? Yo, look out! Upper right-hand corner. Who's that up there? It's Zaplex. It's one Yoshi, one mushroom, and one jump. Yeah, let's go. GG, a hard-fought victory. Well done, Zaplex. Good job. Good job. Endless Ascent coming back in here. Endless Proto, first name but Lifa. Alright, Lifa, it's your turn now. What was, here's a question for you. What's up, Flez? How's it going? Thanks for the raid. Question for everybody. What was the first video game you played? Do you know it? Do you remember it? The very first one. I mean, the first one that you ever. This is called a video game. Little Twitch chat. Oh boy, wow, can I have a quarter? What was it? What was it? The first game you ever played. Super Mario Brothers, Duck Hunt, SMW, Mega Man 5. All right. Yo, thanks for the jump half raid there, Flez. How's it going? SMB1, maybe Tetris. Wii Sports or New Super Mario Brothers? Wowee. I'm not gonna say I feel old, but I'm going to say that I'm not going to say it, and then I'm going to think it. Cabbage Patch Kids on ColecoVision. I'd say you earned some pizza. If it were up to me, I think you did. We got Proto Pizza here. We got Endless Ascent, first name but Lifa. Everybody here you see working on the second section, a 5 out of 10 difficulty level tonight from Scags. The level is Penny Collector 2. The first game I ever played it's probably not a game that most people would even know, and it's not a game. I haven't even seen a cabinet of this game in my entire adult life. I've been to many arcades, I've been to many janky places, and I'm always kind of looking for a cabinet of it, and I can't even find one. I think that actually this was in that era where they had like lots of JAMA cabs, which is like cabs with replaceable innards. And I think that this game probably was just like a motherboard that was smacked into a cab somewhere. But at any rate, the first video game that I ever played was an arcade game from, I think, Taito called Tumble Pop. And right, everyone knows Tumble Pop. Of course, you all heard the well-known classic Tumble Pop. But that was the first video game that I ever played, and also the first video game that I ever fell in love with. It's a fun little game. You can still play it on MAME, you know some Tumble Pop. It's a lot like Kirby or like Snow Brothers on Nintendo. You're a little guy with a backpack, like a little vacuum backpack, and you walk around and you vacuum up all the monsters, and then you spit them back out to cause havoc and fight things with them, and you just go around and clear all the boards. They had that in the arcade at the mall, and I was like 3 or 4 years old, and that was the game. I had to play that every time we went there. I didn't play Super Nintendo until like later. By the time I played Mario World for the first time, I had already played like Tumble Pop, Galaga, Pac-Man, a lot of stuff on Atari, and then finally Super Mario World. By the time I was like, I'm not even trying to brag, like I'm just thinking about it now, like sheesh, by the time I was like 5, I was like a reasonably experienced player. Oh, yo, Endless Ascent and Proto Pizza, simultaneous runs for the end. Ugh, neither. Oh, I know that one, Storm Stopper. Yo, the Storm Stopper, everybody had that. That game is demonstrably rigged. There's a YouTube channel that goes around and talks about how to unrig arcade games and how they rig them. That one is demonstrably rigged. It's only going to stop in the center if it decides that you are the lucky winner. Even if you got it dead on, it's still not going to do it. Although, I will say, I did win the Storm Stopper when I was a kid one time. Got the freaking jackpot and everything. It was awesome. Got a bunch of candy. Oh yeah, Snow Brothers. Yeah, that's a pretty good game. That's like not a bad game, really. I always felt like Tumble Pop deserved a port. I always felt that they should have ported Tumble Pop. They should have done a version for Super Nintendo or something. They should have ported it. It deserved one, but it never got it. Yeah, I saw that. The dude that did the video on it. Yeah, it's rigged. I like how that same video, that dude like built a device to unrig it, or to like scan it with a laser and like watch and make sure what happened. Oh, geez, Kelgan, that's rough. What a ripoff. So the thing you can do, this doesn't work for all of them, but I'll give you 2 GC7 arcade tips, but you gotta promise not to tell anyone where you got them, okay? First thing is that if you find one of those like ticket redemption games or something, chances are it might have a code to put it into service mode. If a tech needs to come by and do something to it, they need to unrig the game. They need to be delivering maximum strength to the claw crane or whatever. And so if you can look it up online, if you find out what the game is and you look it up, just look for like super fun play game service mode. And it might tell you how to do it. And sometimes there's a code, like you just go to the joystick and you just put like left, 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 up, 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 left, left, right, 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 whatever, and then it will do it. And if you can figure out how to put the game into service mode, it will unrig itself for you in a lot of cases, and you can win bigger prizes that way. Thing number 2, this one is really beneficial, but just don't tell anyone where you got it, and I'm not responsible for what happens when you use this tip. This is a true tip, and it'll get you free stuff. There are a lot of multi-cades hanging out there, and there's one brand in particular, Lifa. Holy moly, let's go, Lifa! Ah, so close. There's one brand in particular of multi-cade. It's the Global VR multi-cade. You see them a lot. They are, most places, most multi-cades that I see out in the world are this exact kind. It's Global VR multi-cade, right? And you'll see them at maybe bars or arcades or whatever. Okay, so here's the thing. If you find one of those, you normally have to pay quarters or whatever to get it to play games, right? All you gotta do, well, all one would have to do, hypothetically speaking, all one would have to do is find where it's plugged into the wall, and then just go and covertly unplug it and plug it back in. And if you do that, it will reboot on free play mode. Because it's just a PC running like an emulator in there. It's basically it's Windows. It's modified Windows running some stuff. And so if you unplug it and plug it back in, it'll reboot on free play mode, and then you don't have to pay for games anymore. I've gotten many a free game with this. Well, a version of me in an alternate dimension. I of course would never steal free video games from arcade operators, but someone might, and maybe a version of me in another dimension has used this to get many free hours of gameplay on very little money. Just saying, you know, they rig the game, unrig it back. Even the playing field. And while we're on the subject of rigged gambling arcade games, did anyone notice, man, there's a new documentary coming out. It's called Pinball, The Man Who Saved the Game. It looks awesome, dude. It's like a documentary, but it's like reenacted. It's like the reenacted true story of Roger Sharp, the individual who we have to thank for pinball. We get to play pinball in this modern age because of one man. His name is Roger Sharp, who proved, well, proved is a little bit rough, but who demonstrated in court that pinball is a game of skill, not a game of chance by being a really great and really enthusiastic and talented player of the game. Go check out the trailer, man. I haven't seen the film yet, but it looks awesome. I really, really want to see it. Y'all should go check that out. It's been a long time. That's an interesting tip, Kelgan. It's been a long time since I've been in an arcade like that, with a lot of ticket redemption machines and little quarter games to play and stuff. I kind of like those. I just always feel like in the back of my head that, like, I know this is rigged. You know, like, this game looks really fun. You're gonna try to catch all the ping pong balls in the little cup and move the thing around with the wheel. And it's like, yeah, that looks really fun, but I know this is rigged. And I know it's designed so that I feel like I might have a chance, but I really don't, or something will randomly mess me up. It's like those, you know, throw the ping pong ball in the cup and win a goldfish at the fair. Like, the cup is just a little bit smaller than would be beneficial. The ball is just a little bit bouncier. I know, like, I want to have fun with those kinds of games, but I know they tip the scale so much that, like, I'm just paying for a silly distraction. Like pachinko. You know what I mean? Like, apparently it's possible to be good at pachinko. I don't know how you would do that, you know. Apparently you can, but, like, I don't know, you know, it's like that kind of thing. I love skee-ball though. Skee-ball is rad. Skee-ball, okay, I know this is gonna sound weird, but the sound of a skee-ball machine resetting, when you put your money in and you get, it goes buzz, and then the balls roll down the lane into the holder so you can grab them and throw them up. I love that sound. That is a haunted, liminal sound. It is the sound of another dimension leaking into this one. The sound of a skee-ball machine resetting. There's just something about it, man. It's a good sound. But they had skee-ball GDQ one year. Dwango, the Taskbot dude, and his crew built speedrun skee-ball. And they had it in the arcade at GDQ, and it was skee-ball, but it had like a computer in it that would track certain things. And the idea was you pick the challenge you want to do, like most points in X amount of time, or fastest number of points in X amount of time, and then you play skee-ball, but you do speedrun skee-ball. And it was absolutely hilarious how many people smacked their freaking hands and wrists and forearms, including myself, on the skee-ball machine trying to chuck those balls as fast as possible. It was a freaking massacre. It was so funny though, because everybody, like, oh man, I banged my wrist on that skee-ball thing. Like, yeah, me too, dude. Because you gotta throw them really quick, and inevitably you're gonna smack your wrist on something. It was so funny, dude. Everybody was getting smacked by that machine. It was freaking so funny. I love it. Like, it's not even like bad. It's awesome. Speedrun skee-ball rules. It was like to the point where, like, people were like, they had to like change some of the things because people were playing it like, okay, y'all are taking this way too far. Getting far too extreme with speedrun skee-ball. Yo, GDQ submissions are open now. SGDQ submissions just opened up. Yo, nice drop, CJ122 with that off-screen H. I will say, for my own part, when it comes to GDQ, as much as I would, I mean this, as much as I would absolutely love to see my friends and hang out in the nice warm sunshine, get a pizza and joke around all night, the 24 hours of collective air travel and $1,000+ price tag makes it pretty likely that I'm probably not going to be there this time. and that's unfortunate, but it's just coming from Pennsylvania, where I live in particular. Flight is awful. I have to take a tiny plane to the city to make a connection, to make another connection, to make another connection, and after 12 hours or so, I've done this trip many times before. I can't imagine it's gotten any faster. So it's like 24 hours round trip travel for me, and it's very expensive. And yeah, sorry to disappoint, but I kind of wanted to be telling people about that. Like, I just don't. I love y'all, but you know what I mean. That's a lot of travel and a lot of money and a lot of and then I get there and I'm super exhausted, but I'm trying to do everything. I don't know about all that right now. Maybe AGDQ if they take it back to Herndon. Yo, let's go Lifa, looking for a clear here in the lower right. We got a little bit of time left to go. We schedule about 2 hours for these races on Saturdays, and we're getting kind of close to the end of our time here. But we'll see what's up. There's a bit of difficulty in that Yoshi ditch, in that not only are you bailing off Yoshi, but you actually have to press X or Y to get Yoshi to stick his tongue out as you're falling, so that while he's falling, Yoshi will still eat that last Goomba for the final coin that you need. Once again, thanks for hanging out for a ROM hack race tonight. We do these every Saturday. Drop that follow. We'll be back at 8 next Saturday, but we got some time to chill here. I just want to say thanks. Let everybody know that we got plenty more races coming up in the weeks ahead. We got a pretty stacked lineup going forward for the next couple of months. We're gonna have some great makers, and we got a race every week. So I hope to see you there. I want to give a shout out here while we're hanging out. It's important to shout out the entire ROM hack race crew and community. You hear me talking and that makes it seem like maybe I do everything around here. I do not. I do not everything, not even close to everything. Because Fen, of course, our very good friend, our guiding spirit of Fen, helping us out every week with the race, testing the levels, opening, closing things, restreaming, and just keeping everybody on point. Thank you very, very much, Fen. As always, you are a huge, monumental asset to everything that we're doing here. We had testers for this level, and they give a little bit of their time every week to just volunteer and test the levels out, give a rating and some feedback. Thank you for that. We really couldn't do it without you. This week, we had Sulfur X, Kerr, Walking Eye, Mithrillionaire, Fen, and RB Pimlico hanging out and testing this level. They do a great job every week, and we really, really appreciate that. Heck, we've even got scouts hanging out, and they're watching all the other streams to let us know if anyone should be on the restream. That way you don't miss anything. These races look a lot better because the scouts are helping us out behind the scenes. And tonight, that's Fen, What's Up Dot, and Kelgan hanging out and helping us out. But Kelgan also doing the bot, helping us out with freaking all kinds of automated fun stuff for the Discord and the stream. Rami, making sure Rami, our bot, posts the level and everything on time. Lifa in the lower right, let's go! No, that was so good though! Oh, that was so good. Oh, jeez. Yo, Captain Blueprint as well, thank you. I looked at the scout tool, I didn't see their name logged in, but thank you so much, Captain Blueprint, for volunteering and helping us out with that too. V2, thank you for the sub. Thanks for racing. It is an honor to do these, and I'm just grateful. It's fun and good, and man, I like Kaizo Mario a lot, and I like sharing that with people. Y'all are great. Thanks for being a part of it. Thanks for helping out. Of course, we always got Dr. No, the man, Dr. No, helping us out with everything. D4, building the website and helping us out with tools. Ampersam, making the ROM Hack Races base ROM. And that's true, yo. We are still going strong. I'm proud of us. I say this every week. I hope I say this every week, but I'm very, very proud of us, what we accomplish. It's no small feat to have 230 weeks of levels and races, growth and development. And also me, I'm GlitchCat. I do the commentary, and sometimes I do other things when I'm not a lazy loaf. And you know, I hope I could do okay. You know, I should try to do all right. I was gonna say, I rated this level myself for the race, and I think I rated this a little bit lower. I rated this at 4s, and I think the other testers were correct. I think I underestimated this level a little bit. Rating is a challenge, but it's a good thing to be done, because I think that we all know, but it's helpful to have some information. We've learned this lesson in the past, that we can't just drop people in without knowing. Oh no, Proto Pizza! Oh gosh, Proto Pizza, they got in. They're in the door, but they need to eat the Goomba that's in the wall. And so they get the proper amount of coins. It's so close. It's so far away. Yo, Proto Pizza, oh my gosh. That consistency. Oh my gosh, you absolutely love to see it. Proto Pizza in the upper left-hand corner. Oh my gosh, they got right back there with the consistency. With the freaking fire consistency. And that's a buzzer beater finish for Proto Pizza. Well played. That's great. That is just freaking great. You love to see it. Now, racers are allowed to go on as long as they'd like. However, we schedule about 2 hours for these broadcasts on Saturdays, and tonight we are going to be wrapping up our stream at the usual time. Couple of things though. 1, drop a follow, come back and see us again at 8 on Saturday next for another ROM Hack race. 2, follow the racers, check them out on stream. We're going to go say hey to Lifa. They are still hanging out and working on the level. 3, romhackraces.com for all your ROM Hack races needs. Come hang out on the server and see what's up for next week. We'll have another fun level for you. Number 4, you already know it, but you matter. Your thoughts matter, your heart matters, your feelings matter. You matter to other people in your lives. You matter to me as human beings. You matter to the internet's #1 Longboy Furret, and the people that matter to you in your lives would love to hear from you about that. We know Black Lives Matter, LGBTQIA plus lives matter, Indigenous lives matter, disabled lives matter. You too. I will see you all again. Oh, maybe tomorrow if I'm streaming, definitely Monday if I'm streaming, and I will see you around the Kaizo community on Twitch. Go raid someone, have some fun, make some hacks, keep practicing. Thanks for being a part of it tonight, everybody. See you all next time. Peace.